Good evening. Tonight we are building some modular maps in TaleSpire, as we always do. And this time we are going to build some slabs to build a town. I'm just gonna share the link in the Discord and then I'll get going. So let's see. Yeah, so this set began as a continuation of requests for docks, which by the way are almost done, but it made me really stop and rethink a lot of things. So in past videos you might have seen me work on, let's see here, the forest road system, and this is great. It's got all the stuff here. We've got these slabs that will allow you to, connect things, and that's nice and all. You also now have village slabs here, and the idea that I was working on is, hey, I want to make slabs with docks that you can connect easily, and it sort of worked, and I might stick with this style still. I don't know right now, but what I realized was, okay, if I'm gonna make a modular style dock like this with kind of city-like, like street-like structure on the back, like you can see that here. We have a Harley square connected with a dock square. I'm gonna release these very soon, by the way. But the challenge I had with it was that, okay, and then now I need some buildings to put on here, and it works. It's not that it doesn't work. It works, honestly, perfectly fine. But what it led me to was, I was wondering, okay, do I make these variations like Lemurian roads, like what I have here and what I have over here? You combine those, but that would lead to a city that only has kind of like straight roads, unless I made a lot of variations. So then I started this system, which was like these massive roads, and it was interesting enough. It was kind of a reaction to this thing here, which I think this looks very cute. I think this totally works, but you'll get a bit bored if if it's only like one road through here. So the alley stuff just didn't work for me. I tried a lot of variations on this, and then I realized that, okay, maybe one way of getting around this, of having all of these, is to kind of elevate and add some variation. And that led me to this system, which I'm testing out right now, which adds elevation to the slabs. And then you can place your buildings on top of those, and you get a much more interesting kind of like, oh, an older town. I still call this town. I shouldn't call it city. This is not the village. This is the town. This one has been around for a while, and they've had time to build up, larger structures, more a Mordheim kind of deal than anything else. But this became a bit of a nightmare to make a modular version of, especially when you try to combine it. So here you could see I brought in more buildings and started combining things. And, I think it looks fine, but it's not as quick to build as I want it to be. And that is a problem. So what I have been working on is these buildings, which I might change again, but they taught me a lot. These are all buildings that were designed to be quick to combine and add to each other. And the test that I did was this little piece, which I think is cute. Maybe I'll even try to upload. I don't think I can upload this. It's probably too detailed, but I'll give it a try. I think this is a cute little test. It feels like it has some girth to it. I'll definitely have to add more detail underneath it all. But the entire system, what I like about this is everything is on the same plane. So all the first floors have the same thing. So they all reveal themselves as you click in the right height here. And you can just explore the inside of all the buildings the same way. And it's the same thing with all the floors. Once you, let's see here, decide which floor you want to look at, you generally have access to all of them. It really should be 100%, but even just half a tile in variation in height for where you place the building will result in what you see here. This building is just one tile vertically placed below everything else, so it doesn't reveal itself. But in general, all of these should show the floors perfectly. Just like a computer game, or, you know, in the real world, if you had access to being able to just lift off the top of these buildings. So I am definitely sticking with the system, but what I'm trying now is building. I'm going to try these buildings. I'm going to try these modular pieces that you see here. And then I'm going to combine those with just blank slabs. So that's my goal. I want to create a system that lets me build towns really fast using also these buildings. And these are fine. I don't hate these. These are fine. But I found when I started putting them together on top of these buildings, I found that it was very hard to match the staircases that I had built on the sides in a reasonable way. You see, all of these have staircases on the side. The reason for that was these were really meant to be placed next to each other. And once I started bringing this in, well, then they suddenly weren't next to each other, and suddenly you had situations like this where the staircase kind of just it's a little close, a little tight there. So or this one where how do you get there? How do you get up here? I don't know. I'll have to add another staircase or whatever. So yeah, the staircase on the side thing I might have to just give up on and make that like a mod, because that's easy enough, you know. It's easy enough to say, okay, here's this could be its own slab. Just here's a slab, and if I want to make a door, I just place it on something and go, yep, now there's a door here. You know, super easy. So we might do that. We'll see. Anyhow, tonight I'm just gonna try to build as many things as I can that I can add to the what you call it, the Lemurian town set. Probably at least an hour of building. And if you have any questions, even if you're watching it live or if you're watching this later on, just leave them in the comments below. I'll be happy to answer. Another thing that I have been working on too are wells, from the most mundane and simple well to stuff that is a bit larger to, you know, proper city wells. I will release these two very soon. I don't think we have a lot of wells. Let's see here. Oh, we do have more wells than I realized. But many of these, as you see, might be a bit hard to fit into your map. Depending on, many of them are like designed to be a vertical. Well, oh, this one is nice. I like that. I'm gonna steal that one. And then you have, oh, that's a nice one too. Like that. But not a lot of, oh, this one's beautiful. Yeah, Emperor set. I love the Emperor set. It's so good. And this one's great. But as you see, you can't really place that unless you're following this type of structure. So that's why I'm building some new wells here that people can, you know, use as they see fit. Right, so let's see where we're gonna start tonight, which is with I'm gonna do one more well. to begin with. Hey Gogots! Good to see you. Good to see you. Let's see here. Oh, let's make this little guy. Little, I don't know what this is called. It's not gallows. Something else. But I'm gonna upload that too. I want to have lots of little things people can place in their towns very quickly. Like these markets, for example. By the way, these can be found searching for Kalili Market. Oh, Kalili. There you go, Kalili Market Stall. You got lots of these. It also has the Kalili is the name of the city stuff that I have, Desert City. But you could just as well use the market stalls from that desert set. And yeah, they are pretty easy to work with. I thought I had more of those, but maybe I didn't. Maybe I'm crazy. Anyhow, let's see here. Where's the next one? Yes, the well. Just looking at that. I had a couple of these and I was happy with them. But I really wanted one more using not this one, that one. I wanted to build more of a little structure around it. Of course, you always have to get a good reference for that kind of thing. I always peek, I always go on Google, just have a little look. I do wonder if there's something with a little well house over it would be that final little missing piece here. I think I'm gonna try that. I think I have an idea of how to do it. Use this thing. And we just, from the Mega Dungeon set, take that. And then what I like to do is gonna take this, set this piece aside. And we need some water. And get some water. Actually, I'm gonna place the water where I want it. It's right there. And this guy goes in around it. And you can just double click to, double middle to turn it. That lets you fill in the gaps. It actually works that way, which is very nice. Yes, we are building a city. We're building town things, so we're working on it. It's gonna be very just exploratory today. I'm just working on figuring out how to make a modular version that can build cities, large cities. I tend to build very small. I like to call it tabletop size. Like I don't build very large things that have huge indoors that you can explore. I just find that very unwieldy to work with. So I'm gonna build a city, or sorry, a town in my style that will allow anyone to, create a similar thing with ease. That's the goal. First, I need some wells. And, ooh, I'm already realizing a mistake I've done with this. Maybe I can get around it. Let's see here. It's gonna have a little thing, and then the problem... maybe it's not a problem. I really wanted a, like a well of that size, but because of the way that this is locked, I can't do that, so they have to be out here. Maybe that's not the worst thing in the world. Yeah, it's kind of like a very chunky well. I still want to make a smaller one, but you know what? I think I'm gonna let this one pass. I just don't love it as much as I wanted to love it. You know, a little bit of water there. um, on the middle here, what you could do, just think it becomes too much for this well. It feels too heavy. I don't know how I would really solve that. So you know what? I'm gonna put this one on pause. Sometimes you just have to put it on pause. I'm gonna try one more time. And we're gonna start a little smaller this time. Bring over the water. And actually I need to try this. Oh, does that work? It kinda almost works. I think I have a way to, like, you don't see a lot of bleed there. You have to really look. Oh, this makes me so happy. Yes, yes, yes. The water. Okay, that made me happy. Let's see, because that lets us do this. Ooh, but those are too heavy. That won't work. We need the other ones. We got these guys. Let's see, what height? What height is right for this? Really neat. Gonna move this. There we go. Yep. Yep. They are roughly in the right place. That's kind of cute. Now I also have this one. I'm gonna use this. I know that I have this one, and it would work great too. I like that this one has a little bit of color on it to make it stand out from the wood on top of it. In fact, if we wanted to, we could even use the ship balls. And I think they would work well too. I really like this new wood they added. I think the new wood is just really lovely. So I'm gonna use that. And we also need to have like a little bucket in here. See if we can find the middle. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna double click and steal this bucket over here. And I tend to just do this. I haven't found a really great way of doing this, but I think players in general will not really question it too much. I kind of just do. You can do that, for example. Yeah, it's not great, but it's what we have. For some reason, we don't have many other ways of doing this. Oh, there's one more way that I liked, which is just kind of combine these. So you can do that. Also kind of just weird, but it just kind of suggests that, hey, something is clamping onto the well, and you can drop it in the well, and yeah. So we're just gonna go with that. Okay. Oh, this plank is also nice. Ah, so many nice pieces now. I think we need a little light. Nighttime here. Okay, that's the warm-up. Let's have a look at the city pieces. I really need to start deleting some stuff here. This is getting out of hand. Absolutely. I'm going to just delete this entire piece there. Goodbye. It was a, you know what? It was an important experiment. Glad I did it. Learned new things. Oh yeah. I was also about to clean up this and upload this tower. This is on new. It's not very new, but it's new. It's part of the Lemurian castle. I've seen those. The only thing I needed to do here was add a door. Let's see. Over here. It's there. 3x3 piece. Should be the one we need. So now we can place that there and gives us a door over here. Bit of a gap there, isn't it? Maybe add that. Now this type of tower goes with the tall wall, so to say. So this height, you see how the wall there merges perfectly with the door, and it'll do that on both sides. So you can build castles a little faster. There we go. And I like to make each top a little bit unique, so let me just see here what we can add to give it anything distinguishable. I'm consistently struggling with giving them something that makes them look and feel unique. I just don't find a lot of inspiration on that. Oh, maybe we can do that. Oh, that's kind of neat. We're gonna do that. That's gonna be my choice. They are selected all of it. This was this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I guess. Okay. Let's see here. We have here. Then Lemurian. Oh, Lemurian castle, tower, round. Unfortunately, this is the system I have to use since we don't have many other ways of finding things in the slab browser. This tower has access to 3F castle walls on 2 sides, making it an ideal corner tower. Yeah. Just gonna, yeah, and upload. I try not to spend too much time on these because that system works pretty well now. I've tried it out extensively. If you have seen the keeps and castles I have been uploading, they're ready to go, finished. And yeah, it's just generally very easy to work with them. There we go. But I didn't have, oh, and I also put up this topper now. Didn't have a good round tower. There was many other towers, but I also have interiors of towers now, ranging from wizards to, I like this one, little library. It was a lot of fun. Super small, but super helpful. I hope you can use it to build some nice castles. And also working on a market system, similar to the cyberpunk markets, but yeah, I haven't finished that yet. I almost don't want to remove this piece because it took me so long. I spent an hour on this. I kid you not, I spent an hour just laying out and planning and like tested it, and it works kind of okay, but it wasn't fun. And it didn't feel like it made sense, and just kind of became, yeah, you know what? Screw it. So I'm gonna take a guess. I will delete this if it doesn't work, but I'm gonna upload this as, what do I even call this? Korean town, goodness, town ground. I don't know, because this is might delete it later. This is the intended base of all Korean town slabs. Yeah. Combine with forest roads. There we go. We'll try that. We'll try it. Hey, Hard Rock. Yes, yes, indeed. Tonight again, we are doing some new slabs. We are testing out Lemurian Town. So you're gonna watch me, if you stay live, try to figure out modular town slabs, and they are not easy. So if you like to watch pain, this is it's a great great little video we're gonna make here. Okay, so the idea here is that you have this, and we're gonna cover all of this, right? So place 1, place 2, and I rotate it as I go. So there we are. So we have a town. Then say we pick up this thing. Imagine place. You don't want to have, let's say, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Place a few of these. Can make a little street pass through here. Maybe one through here as well. And gotta make these into slabs so I don't overuse them like I just did. More here. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's wide enough. And then also you can place these next to each other like I did earlier. And this one in as well. And notice how easy it is, but I just place them right on top. I don't even sink them in. I don't think that's necessary here. Combine this one next to there. Okay, so if you have that, what you then do, take some of these buildings. And again, this is not a tutorial. This is just me figuring it out. You could place one here. If you lift it and rotate it, here's one of the issues I run into. They are not wide enough. Yeah. They can only go sideways like this, and that's fine. Also, this is the same building, but it's rotated 180 degrees. You see they are slightly different on both sides, so the players can't really tell that it is the same building. And that's the intent with all of these buildings. Yes, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 buildings, but they really are 16 buildings. I mean, or more if you count the sideway views as well. Just try a couple more of these. Here we can place this one. You think this will create nice cities, but I wonder if I need to just make them wider. And this is another issue with the system here. Is you kind of have to like cut your way in here so you can walk around. I mean, that's fine, but you really have to pay attention. And here we have a situation where almost there's no access. You have to cut your way through there and then add a little staircase. And you know what? Okay, that is nice. I do like this. Like you have staircase, a little access point here, and then you have another access point here. In my mind, that creates cities that just feel like they've been around for some time, and they also create situations where the players can just get into interesting fights and so on. But this is something I keep running into. That is this part and so on. So I wonder if these kind of should never extend here. Just cut it. You see how easy that was to cut? Because everything is following the grid very closely. So here, if you place these next to each other, you can kind of get away with that. So that's nice. That might be one of the solutions, so to say. Then I just need to like, hey, what do you put up here? Well, you can do market stall, for example. It's a bit big. Let's see here if we find one like there. And then you sort of solve that. But these pieces, I think what I need to do is make them wider overall so I can place buildings on them. So I'm going to try that. If we have, let's get rid of that. I know these are wide, but they're not wide on all sides. I'll make a variation of it. This will this will require me to do a little bit more work. Place that here. Now I have to there. And I have to lift this over here, and I just keep the insides here are kind of meant to work as basements. So you're gonna have to carve your way into them anyways. Okay, so if you do this, what happens? What happens then? Can we? You can do that. But what if they're not connected? What if they're apart? Let's have a look. I'm gonna pick a lovely little building over here. Let's do this one with the dark roof. So much back and forth, I should really. Now this is more interesting. Okay, okay. So go here, place it like so. Now you can access the porch and the other places with more ease, and it's also further up here. So I think what we need to do just do that. -2 on the side. I'm gonna try that. I warn you, there would be pain. So here we are. Let's take this base. And one of the reasons why I have these bases here is that means that you can take any of these buildings and place it on a different base. I'll have multiple bases that you can put your buildings on. That way you can get different basements, effectively creating different buildings overall. Much faster, so it feels like there's more going on. It really is to your players. I mean, this is basic video game design strategy, right? But why not adapt it into TaleSpire? There we go. Okay, so I like that one. I'm just gonna bring it over here now. And I'm gonna place it there. I'm gonna take a random building, copy, and then put it on there. What happens? Other than the weird market in front. Okay. This one is one of the difficult ones. So let's see, what if we turn it? Okay. So you get a side door there, a little odd market, that's fine. Yeah. Do like this whoop up here and then whoop up here. That's kind of neat. Go all the way up there. That could work. Don't mind that. This one is missing a piece here. What about something like this building? The first one I built, so I don't know how much I can trust it. Like, yeah, okay. But this one you have to place backwards a bit. But this now gives you access to the back and the front. Back and the front. Yeah, one of the things I had to do was I placed the staircase on this side, and yeah, it's kind of has helped a bit because now either you get the stairs on this side so you can walk around it, or it comes on the other side and you can still access it. Yeah, okay, that might work. That might work. We'll see. And I will also release a kind of like an empty template house once I feel happy about this system. Let's see if we can just move it to the other side here. There. And move this door to the other side too. Like so. There we are. This is actually the house I start with on all of these. It's just quicker to do. But I also think I need have these. And this won't work. I really shouldn't. I should just tell myself that now. I shouldn't do that. As much as I love this little market here. Are you gonna take that? I'm gonna set it aside over here. This is where I put the little pieces I like. So all the different variations of these windows and with stuff that I could find. Maybe you can find some too. If you do, let me know. So I love discovering these. Oh, that did not work. There's a lot of like exploration to be done in that department. Okay. What is the size of this thing? See, 7, so 8 by 12. Okay. The top here is 6 by 10. And these buildings in general are 6 by 8. So 6 by 8 allows me to place them, but still have a little bit of space for people to walk on. Yeah, maybe that will work. Maybe that will work. Let's see. Of course, we have these round ones too, but I think I just need to make more bigger buildings. Yeah, I think so. We're just gonna get rid of all of this. So I'm happy with that one. I think what I need to do is just make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And another one with that size. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now you have the ability to change this here. What should I put in here? This. Yeah. Oh, maybe just like a fake doorway. I'll just leave it with that for now. Now this 6 by 6, is it too little? Do I really? I probably need to. Let me just put this here. Oh, I think I missed. I think I missed a row. Okay, so that means I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 more. Okay. Copy this. Move that over. Sure that this repeating elements aren't too obvious. I'm gonna get rid of these because they're not necessary. Oh. We are trying to keep the weight of these slabs as lightweight as possible. But they are easy to copy paste later on. Let's get rid of this too. Right, so here we have okay. We have these slabs like there. Just looking back, it's fine on the back. And that will let us do, say, this guy over here. And this house over here. I'm not thinking when I'm placing these. I'm just placing them as if I had no familiarity with the buildings. Ah, that works. That works. Oh, that's exciting. That's exciting. No thought needed. just place them wherever you want them. And it'll work. That'll be super cute. That'll be super cute. Okay. Now the big next decision is, do I want to create details on the sides? Or is it better that you can combine them on both sides? Oops. I like this. That works for me. But do I want this? Will this happen a lot? Probably. It does create streets that are interesting. Let me try that. This is where we gotta think. think it through. We have those. Kind of want to have a little bit of detail at the back here, and I think we can also see carve our way out here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. But this will always be the wall. This will probably always be the wall, which means this stuff we don't need. Let's get rid of that. Same thing here. Can just get rid of all of these, just to help you make better basements faster. But then if you want to split these, you can right there, and that's fine. But what we will do then is we will take away all of these and we will create a transition here. Like so. And I like to place these down here. I'll show you why. So if you have that, you can place a double door here. Double door. Which, you know, that could be a transition here, or if you were to cut all this open, now you have one that has a cool door and you have one that is like easy access, which is nice. I think we're gonna stick with that. Yep. Yeah, we are. Let's go with that, and maybe we release these two as separate pieces even. Possibly. We could mix and match a little bit. What happens if we were to place under building now? Oh yeah, that's oh that's nice. So also this wait, you can do this and also do it sideways. Oh yeah. You can do that. And then combine them. Of course, they almost look like separate buildings or different buildings. And you can access that. You can't access on the side here, but if these were to have no gap, you could. Oh, that is really exciting. I'm so excited for this modular set. Like, we're gonna be able to build. Like, this town now is starting to look kind of simple. I wonder, actually, I should just take this slab here and upload. Can I even upload this? This is probably too much. It's not. Okay. Like a big city slab. I just made this tavern, which I thought was kind of cute, so I'm gonna place this as private. And this is Lemurian Town Experiment. Too big to upload. Is it? We'll find out now. Yeah, that's too big. So, damn. Alright, we'll just leave it as is. What about this guy? Probably also too big to upload. And again, that's why we need modular pieces. Upload. Yeah, they're too big. They're too big. So that'll have to do. Okay, that's fine. That's why we're building modular pieces here. So we got two pieces we like here. I'm gonna delete this one so I don't mess them up. In fact, I'm gonna delete both of them. Just double make sure. And this thing might be stupid to have. What about this piece? Let's see here. Hey, multiculturalist. James. Hey, James. Chill. I'm glad you find it chill. I'm glad you find it chill. I find it chill too. Having so much fun building these boards. Very happy if you stop by to get some inspiration. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is the intention here, right? Either get inspired or learn something new, or just use the things I built. Of course, that's also very acceptable. What I hope to do, I mean, I'm so happy to see people actually using the slabs. I can tell on the stats or the things that I'm building that people are downloading them, and that is so exciting. because I don't have time to be a DM myself these days. But just the thought that someone out there is using something I built, hey, that's all the reason I need to build. that'll keep me building for so long. It's just yay. So yeah, thank you so much for stopping by. Of course, if there are any requests, do let me know. Here. Ooh, look at that. Okay. I think I should just leave a piece like this. By the way, this is one of my favorite finds, that these tiles, which I found had a very jarring like transition here when they're in, but these pieces just mask it. They mask it really well. I think that totally works. And I think that was intentional by Bouncy Rock, so it's good job. VR. Yeah, it's exactly the kind of foresight we need when you're building with modular pieces. Okay. Here we are with those. It's the slice we needed. Oh no! What? Oh, I got it from the one that is too small. It's funny. Very easy thing to fix. Okay. Alright, that's more of the size we need. That is more the size we need. Okay. Add a little bit of detailing here so that not everything is exact same. Let's see. Otherwise, like, you get this wall of the same looking thing. And let's see. Let's add a window. This one. Can't look through it. And then this side. What am I gonna add over here? I might even just add a there, because that it just helps. Just helps to break the monotony. There you go. Might not do more than that. Let's keep it easy. I am so happy to hear that, James. Are you new or old to TaleSpire? And what are you currently building? Hope it's a city. I keep saying city, but this is meant to be a town. I hope it's a town. What's this about? Can I use these still? No, can't. But I can if I adjust them. They just need to be wider. This is one of the benefits of working in forest. See how cleanly that cuts? You shouldn't always use like this style of build, of course, but it really helps when you're setting things up, I find. To just think in slabs of four. 4 tiles here, 4 tiles there. And by the way, if you're wondering what I used to create variation, because I felt if you only use this dungeon tile here, it gets very monotonous very fast. So I hopped down to the concrete buildings and also the street slabs. And these just add a little extra texturing and details, and they blend perfectly, look great at night. So yeah, highly recommended stealing, especially the concrete blocks. They are so easy to forget about, but they really add some nice detailing here. Even I think that these go together, if I remember correctly. Yeah, you can see it. It fills in the walls. You can do that. Same thing here. It adds variation, which is nice. And I almost want to do it. I almost want to do it just to break up all that monotony here and there. Maybe I should do that here. I know it's a bit OCD, but bear with me here. Just want to break. I don't want people to see the patterns. I don't want the patterns to be visible. This. Just break it up. So there we are. An older human but new to TaleSpire. Yes, that's excellent. That's excellent stuff. And we're all here to learn. This slab, I have added doors to all of them, even though it's not necessary. But that means that you can just take the doors out if you don't want them, and you place them down. So I'm gonna get rid of this in here. We don't need that in here. I really like this dungeon set. I really wish that Bouncy Rock didn't here. So that's one side. This is another side. And this is another side. And then there's the final side. That's... Wow, they're so similar. They're so similar. See how this is one piece in the middle on both of them? I think it's just reversed. And it's recolored. Yeah, this is the same pieces. They've been split and reassembled. And this one is like a lot of the same things, and that's totally fine. And probably also how it's done normally, but oh, I wish that we didn't have this one piece. You can see on this is like one of my pet peeves. This is a great piece. Why? Well, we can really see the difference in quality on them, but this one has 1, 2, 3 distinct different sides, which allows you to make much more variation, whereas this piece only has 2 distinct sides. It's recolored and there's a little bit of moved, but the defining features, this small piece on the left here, this middle piece here, are so recognizable. That's my bane. I mean, that's a pretty good life if that's what I have to complain about, right? Yeah, I'm pretty lucky. I really am. Is it weird to have a door all the way on the side? I think it is. So you know what? I'm gonna get rid of this one. It doesn't feel like it would be there. There we go. Okay. Just wanted to have something here, so that too. I think I'm gonna just put a little detail here as well. Maybe a barrel, for example. Simple stuff that just could totally sit there. Yep. I just need to break it up. We could also use wood here. That is also very tempting. But I wouldn't overdo it, but it is possible. What we do is we use the Mega Dungeon. Could, for example, use this one, and then you have the Abandoned Village, which has some really lovely wood pieces. You know what? I think I will do that. It doesn't look. It's a little nonsensical that it would be there, but I gotta break these up somehow. I need a little bit more variation here and there. And I think what we can do, if we go to the Mega Dungeon, bring that here. Oh, could we have to try this? Oh, that's kind of nice. Kind of like holding up a section there for whatever reason. Yes, we have to break the pattern, James. We do have to break the patterns. And this is all about breaking patterns without getting into trouble. So I think we're going to use that same trick again over here. Like so. And we do this over here. Actually, this was the trick. And then we place this thing over here. Voila. We have a little bit of variation on the side. And you could even do something like that over here. By using it's also just a tiny little. I really love the this piece is fantastic. The best piece, one of my absolute, and I've started using it in combination with the other diagonal smaller piece here. This too, like, oh, they make for really fun variations, which is super cool. Okay, we have these now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, I'm just gonna. Huh. If we really wanted this to work, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we need to expand it by 1 or 2. Let me just confirm. This building, for example, place it on top here. Yeah, they fit next to each other though. Might be fine. Might be fine. You know what? I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it. Those that base is for buildings that needs to be next to each other. Okay. Okay, this is exciting. I kind of feel like I almost want to publish this one now. Actually, I just had a thought. Could you do this, then can. You can. Oh, see that? It kind of like breaks. Breaks. I wish I had something to put on top here, but that's fine. Actually, could. Yeah. You could double it. And you could do. Oh, this is ugly because it's gonna break with everything else. But you could do that, which makes for a much more elegant staircase. That is too tempting to let be, so I'm gonna do it. Ah, we gotta have some variation in staircases, right? Oh, that was fun. That was really fun. I didn't know you could do that. It's just gonna make that feel so much more alive. Okay, I'm gonna take these now, put them aside here. Oh, and then there's the middle of a city square thingy here. Can't decide if this one is too big or just absolutely worthless. Going to move it over here, then make a copy over here. Take this piece. I was so excited about this when I placed it first, like, but then this didn't work at all. Then what do I do? Nobody builds like this. I mean, you sort of could, but I don't know. I don't like it at all. I don't like it at all. However, could we do? Yeah, we'll build like that. Then we place them next to each other. So, could you have oh, I'm not gonna have enough room. No. Okay, so take these. They are at the right height. Place them all the way over here. And say, good one. Okay. If you take everything out of here. And oh, okay, I see. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I take this building. Oh, I see. So it's kind of like not wide enough without them getting on each other's nerves. Or if it goes here. Okay, I see. And this would need to go here. Here. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's still a little. 1, 2, 1, 2. Notice I'm using 4, 4, 4. 4 tiles at a time. Always 4 tiles. And then Get rid of these. Oops. Here, I think I'm going to just wow, this one's so hard to notice. Is that one? That one there. What happens? What happens then? I'm just sussing out, so to say. Okay. This might work. Bit of an odd corner, but it like is it better to make a perfect corner? I don't think it is. I think it's better to have a off balance. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I always just copy paste because then I get the same or get the same ratio generally of variations. Place some of these here. I really despise things that repeat, so spend extra time on these. It is really annoying at times. Right now. Okay. Ah. Okay. I think this could work. I think this could work. Now we're in deep thinking territory here. I'll just take this house off for now. Yeah, I also try to keep the houses within their footprints, and it almost works, but I did stray from it in certain cases, like this house where the rooftop is definitely further out than its footprint. But I think that's fine, especially when you have them as slabs. Should be all right. Okay. These. I'm gonna make some. With some windows facing this way, and then a staircase over here on the other side. Nah, man. Good example of how fun it is to work with the Mega Dungeon set. When it's doing what you want it to do. It's definitely a set that took time to feel decent at. And building cities is something I have been dreading for a long time. Simply because the Tudor style, or is this Tudor style? I don't know. I don't know what this type of building building wall is called, but it's challenging. It doesn't have all the pieces you want, and that just makes it very hard to build with. Okay, this kind of worked. I just need to place a I'm gonna, just to demonstrate that, I'm gonna take this building, take that there. Oh, wow, that piece keep getting lost. Interesting. Might have to take it away then. Let's see. Here I have this building, and I can place it right here, and that totally works. Then you have room for another building. Like you could do it here. Or could you do it here? Yeah, you totally can. You have room for 2 buildings. And it works. Okay. We do need a staircase over here. We also have to put the finishing touches. Otherwise you get that black edge, and the black edge is fine. I'd like it better without. Just feels more cohesive here when you have detailing in all of them. There we are. Yay! Yay! Of course, you can also do that on go in here and replace these, for example. I might even do that before I publish them. In fact, I should just do that right now. See? Oh no. Oh no, I might have deleted one of my houses. Is it? No. Oh no. Oh, I have. Oh, I'm a doofus. Do I have a copy of it? Which is, oh, it's the garden house. I think I have the garden house already. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh no. Oh no. It's not that one. It has a red roof. It has a red roof, and it looks like that one. Okay. Is it? Is it this one? No. Is it? No. Oh. Oh, I think it's this guy. Yes. Yes. Oh, thank goodness. They take a lot of time to build. Make a copy here. Ooh. This is why I need. Oh no! Hold on. Hold on. It slabs of everything. Not over here, right? Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. Yay. Ooh. Okay, we're gonna leave a copy of it right there. Copy of it right there, just to be sure. Yep. Then over here, that'll make it look nicer. The same thing over here. I'm gonna leave the tiles underneath in case I delete that entire staircase, and I just don't. You never know. Oof, that was a close call. Told you this was gonna have drama. So Okay, okay. Do this to all of them. Yep. Oh, this one too. I'll do it to the template. Oh, I'm so excited for people to be building with these. Trying out on your own. See what you can build. See what you can make. Which cities will you travel to? Okay. That is coming together. So these. No. There we are. I do see there's some overlap there. This stretch looks a little dull to me, so let's put in an arch. Can never have enough arches. That's a fact. Let's put the door in too, since we're doing so well. Yeah, I like using these jail doors. They kind of like, you can see through them, which is nice. They don't take too much attention away from things, but they kind of say like, hey, stay out. Always a jail door. Jailed. Also like using these portcullises. Just fill in all of that very nicely. And I'd like to fill the corners too like that. And the best way of doing that, I remember, use, yeah, the easier way would be to just 1, 2, and then use the triangle. This one. You fill it in very, very nicely, very, very neat. It's good. Where we go? There. Looks lovely. Over here. It's tempting to do something fancy, but because people might be cutting these, I will do something much more basic. Okay. Very good under area. Not bad. Oh, but I am tempted to put in one angular wall here. Yeah, let's do it. Angular wall. Just fill in these. Ah, it just looks so cool. I just love those. I just love those. Okay. Lovely. Okay, so we have that. Side there. Might could be something, but I'm gonna just keep it to this one. Two of those and two of those. I think I went too special on this one, so I'm just gonna keep it to that. And we should also build these up. Some doors in here too. Cool. All right. With that out of the way, we have a better piece. Still have this piece, but I think I need to build more square houses before I can use a middle like this. I'm just gonna move it over here for now. And this one over here. And we have all the buildings. I think building we need to do is a square one. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. That's the right size here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 by 6. Maybe that is the size. Oh, this one is a very colorful area. What if we do this, for example? Now you can see why I left some of these. So it makes it much quicker to do this again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we have to expand. One, two, 1, 2. Okay. And the walls will be on the inside. Let's start. 2 windows on this side. 1 window here. And here, then there's some variation. Do one of these. So these are all from the Mega Dungeon set. If you're new, this is all easily accessible from here. We're gonna try something a little different right now, so bear with me. But I'd like to do this at the end here. I'll use this diagonal wall. Just create like a nicer, interesting wall. Door over there. And maybe a window in the middle. So in fact, I'm gonna get rid of one of these. Now we do see the wood through here. Could solve that. Barely covering it, or we could properly cover it. What that's gonna do. Love this half piece. Because now the wall inside is still wood. The outside looks like it has some support. That's cool. Okay. With that base down, we have already made things more difficult for us because we only have this piece to build the next floor. But what if we do that? What if we just keep it stone there, and then we can use the tavern to have also stone? I always like the tavern floor because it's so bright, but it's very visible. Very great. Do these, even though I should technically alternate them. Or to listen to my OCD. Okay. 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 Normally we use this one on this outside here. Should we do that here too? Ah, that's kind of interesting. Maybe we do that instead. It's more consistent with what we have on the other buildings. I'm gonna go with that for now. Because I want them to feel like they're all in the same family and they all belong in the same city. Now is when we are getting into real trouble here. That is the corners. But I think maybe I have a solution on. Let's see here. I do this. Place this one here. It's not great, but I think it's fine. As I know. Oh, you can't do that. Can't copy paste. You're gonna get in trouble. Oh, but I have been building not these very often, but in the previous generation I built with an overhead. Maybe this is a return to the overhang style. That might. Maybe I can get away with it. Let's see here. What kind of angler? Okay. Nothing. We got nothing. Do we have... Oh, I don't like doing that. No. No, it'll just have to be good old terrible. Oh, could do that. That might be what we do. Mm-hmm. Okay. I do like this overhang style. You can see it in Lemurian Town. You know, they used to do that back in the day because the land cost money, so you build on the land, but then you expand upwards. I think that's why they did it. This would keep them in the same way, which is nice. We get away from that pesky diagonal wall here. Okay. Could work. That could work. That might be the way. I think that'll be a very... I might even just put a roof on it right now, actually. It kind of looks like it'll look good. Even in manner. But first, we're gonna put in a little way to get upstairs. How do you get upstairs in this building? Will it be with staircase? Probably not. Gonna go with the little trapdoor. I have started using this one. It takes up some space, but kind of just go, you know what? You tell me where you come up. You know, like, is it super important that it lines up perfectly, or do you just need a representation? I would say just need a representation. And I'm going to double both sides here. By the way, one of my favorite discoveries as of late, I'll show you in a second. I adore this type of windows. This is kind of like the back side, right? So what I'll do is first we go to tavern, then not in here, but all the way to the right is this piece. And if you place this one and go back to doors, you have the cannon windows from the ship section. You can use those as kind of like shutter windows. Don't know where I learned this. I saw someone do it and I thought it totally works. There you have them. I wish maybe they weren't so protruding, but it works. I think it works. I think it will make for a wonderful little window. Maybe I step down like that. Okay. Got the building. How do we make a roof that looks good? I think it needs to have a direction. So let's head on over to the red roofs. We're gonna do a tavern roof for this one, and then we'll do a dark roof afterwards. Step one is realize that I might maybe have made a mistake here, because these things are grid based. They're right on the grid. I don't unfortunately have a thin version. Means that this kind of you know what, that overhang might be a good thing in this case. So what I do then is I place it right on the edge there. We're gonna try that first. Bring these up. So, and then we use this piece to create the overhang I wanted. That actually is, I like that. So that in here, and you still have that overhang. And we finish it up at the very top. And sometimes if you see this gap and you don't like it, you can just cover it with an extra piece. Yeah, whoever came up with the shutter window thing, James, smarter than me. I don't know who did it though. So someone did. No, it wasn't me. But kudos to them. Okay. Oh, this. Oh, I like this. I like all of that. We're gonna put in one of those. It's actually one of the things that confuses me. The interior beams are the thick ones. The exterior beams are the thin ones. Don't fully understand that one, but maybe there's a system to the madness. Just haven't understood it yet. I'm just gonna leave the benefit of the doubt, right? Maybe there's a point to it. But personally, I would expect to find the thick beams on the outside of the house and the thinner ones on the inside, but you know, why not? Hey Jimmy, am I quiet tonight? What's going on? Why am I quiet? I don't know why either. My audio here Is it connected? Am I silent? Oh, I guess it's not really my voice you're all tuning in for, so. We are building modular buildings tonight. If you're joining us just recently, we just finished the, I don't know what you call this, the bases, the basements. And we're gonna create a result with modular cities that allow you to build very quickly, very fun towns, not cities. I keep saying that. And right now I'm learning to use this rooftop here. I could fill these gaps here. The only reason I don't like it is because they bleed into these two. And I don't like how that looks. So I'm gonna leave those. I'm gonna leave those. Am I moving? Maybe. Sometimes, yes. Depending. Bring it up a little closer. How about this? I'll just lean down. Oh, now that was a bit too much. I let go of my entire chair. Wait. Okay, now I'm guaranteed to be as close to the microphone as I possibly can the entire time. I have to finish this building before I end evening. I'm gonna show a few more of the building tricks that I have learned while I've been building these other buildings, which I will also make available in the browser very soon. Oh. Oh no. Oh, what's this? Oh, they all go in the same direction. Is that new? Ugh, why can't we get the angled pieces this? Why, who wants a flat piece? I want it to have a little bit of an angle. Why would you do a flat piece, guys? I don't get it. I don't get it. I really don't. I can imagine the roof pieces are really hard to make. I wouldn't want to be in their shoes. Okay. I don't love that. Don't love that at all. But I was thinking I could do this to break it up and then take a little bit of attention away. From, no, that doesn't work. From the weirdness of flat roof. What can we do here? What can we do this? It's like sometimes you just have to do things you're not super loving. But I think this will be my solution for this section. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. If we can cover this. Wait, why is this one too high? There we go. Ooh. And then cover that right there. Not great, but I think I can fill a little bit of that gap issue. Just placing this one right there. Okay, you don't see that gap as much anymore. then cover this. And you know what? I think that's fine. Like it's really hard to not have a great night, James. Thanks for watching. It's tricky to not make these houses have too much roof. But I think we're getting into a decent place here. So now I just need to mirror this. Unfortunately, in TaleSpire, there is no way to mirror things, and that's okay. We can get around that. So I'll just place that there and there. This one goes here. So anyway, well, you know what? Maybe we don't need that piece. I'm gonna leave it without it. Yeah. And of course, and bring. You can also do this, by the way. Just these actually work kind of nice. There's like windows up here. I don't hate that. I guess you could let those peek up through there. It's not the end of the world, but it's also ew. Ew. Put these through. And like so. There we are. Starting to look like a house. I'm sure a house like this has probably already been built in TaleSpire with this exact style and layout, because it's not like we're reinventing the wheel here. But you know what? For me, it has been fun to discover how to combine these elements, and isn't that the fun of TaleSpire very often? It's just getting to learn how things fit, like this and this, for example. Yeah, it works. I think we're gonna use that style for all the windows. Just keep it consistent. And there we are. And we could also mix a little bit here by having this one, and then we use a beam down there, and that ties in a little bit with the stuff above it, which is always lovely. Nice. Oh, and for anyone new, thank you everyone for watching tonight. Everyone new, this is TaleSpire. I do get some questions about that a lot on YouTube here. This is TaleSpire, it's a builder, and we are building a town, or modular town. You will find all of these under Lemurian Town in the Slab browser for free in TaleSpire as soon as it's ready. We have a couple of buildings here already, like this tavern. There's a bunch of taverns and some buildings as well. In fact, this is the townhouse that kind of inspired all of this now, and it has some of the pieces that we did earlier, but yeah, I think these new ones will be much better at being modular. Now, I want to add a little bit of detailing here to the roof. So here's a trick. Once you have these windows up here, you can take this door from the Shogun set and you can place them within, and you get a little bit of like a detailing in the windows. You can see it better up here. Oh, in fact, watch out, because you have to put them the right way to really see the detail in it. That's always cute. Now we don't have a roof on this, I mean, with windows on this side, so we keep it that way. And then, one thing I've been doing here is I'm using this kind of extra detailing. This is also from the Shogun set, and I think what we're gonna do, maybe we just run it across there. Just adds a little bit more interest to the roof, which I like. And then these pieces are from a ship set. In fact, I'll show you where it is, because I think everyone should be working more with the ship set. It has so many wonderful pieces, and I know it's advanced. I really struggle with the ship set myself, but you can do it. You can do it. Just like to add something. In this case, it'll go right here. Go to piece. Oh, go right there. I don't know about you, but I love the little extra detailing on that. I find that fun. And finally, we're gonna add a little light to this. By the way, we have the quick bar at the bottom here. Anything that you find that you like, you can add to the quick bar by just right clicking and just dragging it, and there it is. Then you can just access that much quicker. And here I have a light lantern. I'm gonna add that. And I feel like this goes in the family of buildings with greenery outside. So I wonder, do we take this and can we do this? Oh, we can? Oh, finally, I've been dreaming of this. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, I can finally do that. Oh, that is so great. Okay, so do I put a little... Yeah. I have been wanting to make what do you call them? Flower beds in TaleSpire, like this, for a building like this that is just hanging on the side. I've been wanting to do that for so long. This is indeed a milestone. So here I'm just bleeding this bush, so it feels like it's like overflowing. Here we have a rose that is just by itself. Don't like that, so I'm gonna push it a bit. Oh, push it a bit forward, and when I see that it's like coming through, I let go of it. That way it feels like it's kind of like growing out over the side here. And this is only possible because this wall is placed on the halfway point of the grid, which lets us create a little box. But this thing was on the front of the grid, as you see in the back, in the front. Then you'd have to make a much bigger one, and that works too if you're building at a certain scale. If you're building a much bigger house, then I would probably do this. But because I'm building on this, I would call it micro scale, but a smaller scale, this size I feel is much more appropriate for the decorations that I want. And I do think I want one on this side too, just like smaller one. And we'll keep it with nothing on this side, simply because I want to have like this nice side, but then you have, if you turn it here, it's a bit, I would call it grittier, but it means that you have different feels and sides of the house. In fact, we can we do this? Does this work? Yeah, we can have like little things speaking through. I know that's not realistic, but it feels like it's just adds a little detail. Can we? Oh yeah, you would have a ladder. If we do that, then we're gonna get rid of this. And where else would we have a ladder, do we think? Yeah, next to the chimney. Oops. Come on now. Yeah. Let's have a ladder on the chimney. And incidentally, that also allows players to use that ladder, right? And that's part of the fun. Because if they're not getting up on these rooftops and jumping around, that would be very, very disappointing. Okay, I'm still not doing interiors, and I might not even do interiors for these buildings. I don't know. You tell me what you think in the comments. But the thinking here was that these are all buildings. They're kind of empty. I might like put like a table or two inside of them, so they're not completely empty. But then you have a little furnishing if you just want to place them quickly and build a town quickly, or you put your own stuff in. And in addition, it gives me the opportunity to go in later and make variations of all of these with very specific things that they need to be, which is always great. All right. I am nearing the end of the stream because it's getting later. But next time, I am planning on building more of a jail cell and guard towers, more of a sheriff, maybe some administrative buildings. I'm starting to feel like we have a good variety of regular buildings. Definitely need some more, but we're getting there. And yeah, then we'll see what we do, and we'll actually publish this set so that anyone can build a lovely little modular medieval town. In the meantime, don't forget that you have all the things in the Lemurian series, which is available to you right now. For example, Lemurian Village, which is pre-built little village things that can really help you if you just need a quick village, or maybe you need a bigger village. Then you can combine these slabs as well, as you see fit. That's a little settlement right there, very cute. And of course you can always farm as additional things that can allow you to place more buildings on top of it and make this thing entirely your own, up to you. Also got some fields here, so that's cool. Super easy to build with because it's all very modular. And as we get the Lemurian farm, I mean, anything with Lemurian, you're gonna get my stuff pop up. Please don't publish stuff with Lemurian in it. But yeah, you can make a little lake town, for example. And we got lots of other things. And if you just suddenly need something like this castle, there's also that. It's just ready to go, you know. In fact, there's several of these available now that you can pop your players right where they need to be very quickly. I mean, like, it takes time to build these things, so why not just have a few ready to go? They're all ready to go for you, including landscapes, villages, Lemurian forest roads. Forest road is probably my favorite because that allows you to create forested roads very quickly. You know how your players are like always on, like they make camp and needed a camp. Well, with these, you can very quickly make that kind of landscape very, very fast. We also have a bunch of slabs here that are ready-made, so that you can create little. I'm gonna build more of these, but you get the idea. It'll allow you to let your players make camp very quickly. And yeah, there you have it. If you have special requests, or I even take commissions now, let me know in the comments or send me a PM. Always happy to get inspirations from you all. It's all of these things, in fact, are because people have specifically requested things, and so I try to make things that will be helpful for people. That's the only reason I do this. So hey, thank you. Super awesome to see we got 50 viewers today. That is very, very fun. And I really appreciate you taking the time to come by and sit with me and build here. I hope you build some stuff too. Leave a link to whatever you build, especially if you use the stuff that I publish, because that will make my day. All right. That's all. Good luck this week. Enjoy Monday. Happy Martin Luther King Day if you're in the US, or if you're in Europe like me, well, enjoy your Monday. All right, till next time, thank you for watching and good luck building.